I commend Fintech Alliance for mounting the Bagong Pilipinas Country Pavilion at the Singapore Fintech Festival Industry Collaboration Media Kickoff. This is an excellent opportunity to showcase to the rest of the world the Philippines' strong potential to become the next digital hotspot in the region and a world leader in the fintech arena. With the advent of the digital revolution came major structural shifts in the global economy. This reconstructed the very fabric of our social and economic reality. The administration of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is determined to harness this technological wave to fuel the Philippines' growth momentum. We are establishing a fertile policy space that allows for a sustainable digital finance ecosystem to take root and thrive. The Philippine Development Plan 2023-2028 sets the stage for how we will build a dynamic innovation system and stronger public-private cooperation, which are vital conditions for a just and inclusive digital transition. According to the World Economic Forum, nearly 2.7 billion people still lack access to the internet. As government leaders and policymakers, it is our job to ensure that digital technologies do not become a weapon for exclusion, social instability, and equal distribution of power and wealth. That's why we are aiming to broaden public access to information by observing open data formats, lowering barriers to internet connectivity, and boosting broadband access in the country. To facilitate the rollout of broadband infrastructure in remote areas, the government will invest assets to help meet the requirements in the domestic backbone and middle mile segments. It will also encourage infrastructure sharing among industry players. To boost the Philippines' digital infrastructure backbone, 5 of our priority infrastructure flagship projects address digital connectivity in the country. 4 of these are already ongoing, while 1 is under preparation. Together, the indicative total project cost amounts to about $1.7 billion. The National Broadband Program serves as the Philippine government's strategy for faster, efficient, and equitable broadband connectivity across the country, especially for the geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas. This comprises enhancing and building a pervasive broadband infrastructure, encouraging investments in the unserved and underserved communities, amending and creating ICT-related policies, and stimulating demand for local content. The private sector, for its part, must leverage digital infrastructure and data to collaborate, develop business models, and navigate disruption. Fintech offers solutions that could augment business services and products, as well as reach previously unbanked segments of the population. This extended reach and accessibility calls for a strong and adequate consumer protection regime for financial services. Consumer trust is essential for the sound deepening of our financial systems. As emerging technologies reinvent the future of work, businesses must scale up to their training programs. In addition, human capital development efforts must consider the skills requirements that have been disrupted by AI. In the Philippines, we're entering a demographic sweet spot with a median age of around 25 years old. We intend to harness this enviable demographic status through higher and more focused investments in human capital development to ensure a highly productive workforce. At the same time, digitalization can help the government build robust data systems that will create better programs such as targeted social protection and more efficient employment opportunity linking systems. We will continue to aggressively pursue the digital transformation of various government agencies. The Bureau of Internal Revenue has recalibrated its DX program to expand the range of electronic payment channels, allowing taxpayers to conveniently file and pay their taxes online. In fact, 69% of total returns were filed electronically, and we expect all large taxpayers to be able to file returns and pay taxes electronically by next year through electronic invoicing. This platform is capable of processing and storing electronic receipts and invoices on real-time basis, containing required taxpayer information. Meanwhile, the e-sales reporting system summarizes the electronic invoices stored by the e-invoicing and e-receipting system. Digitizing government transactions will help us increase the share of digital transactions in total payment volume to at least 50%, as envisioned in the Digital Payments Transformation Roadmap that I initiated when I was Central Bank Governor. At the Securities and Exchange Commission, we have increased the number of processed applications through the Electronic Simplified Processing of Application for Registration of Companies, or eSpark. The one-day submission and electronic registration of companies, or 1SEC, the electronic system for payments to the SEC, and the number of reportorial submissions received under the Electronic Filing and Submission Tool, or eFast. The general investing public also benefited from the Bureau of Treasury's move to allow the purchase of government securities through the BTR online ordering platform. We have several partner banks, including Land Bank, First Metro Securities Brokerage Corporation, and China Banking Corporation, as well as fintech platforms, the Bonds.ph mobile app, and an app for the first ever branchless digital-only bank in the Philippines, the Overseas Filipino Bank. In our pursuit of a truly Bagong Pilipinas, or a new Philippines, the President has made the e-governance bill one of our priority legislations in his first State of the Nation address. This bill, which is now pending before the Senate, mandates the adoption of ICT and emerging technologies within and across government agencies, a major leap in our bid for a modern, transparent, and digitally powered bureaucracy. In the same spirit, the Corporate Recovery and Tax Incentives for Enterprises, or CREATE law, seeks to strengthen the culture of innovation and research and development in the Philippines. The law provides longer income tax holidays and additional income tax deductions under the enhanced incentives regime for selected activities. The Strategic Investment Priority Plan identifies priority industries, projects, and activities that can be granted incentives. Investments in the digital space are given a high premium. A long incentive duration is granted to projects covering research and development, and those adopting advanced digital production technologies of the fourth industrial revolution. In order for digital transformation to succeed, we must close the digital gap and ensure that the gains from digitalization are broadly shared. I call on our partners in the private sector to join us in this mission as we unlock the Philippines' full economic potential. Thank you.